Welcome back to Hit Points Gaming. Today we are going to start a new campaign of Ultimate Werewolf Legacy. Now, this is a social deduction game. It's probably one of the first ones that was, actually created. But now there's a legacy style, and if you are familiar with our channel, we like to play a lot of legacy games on here and show it to all of our viewers. Now, this one's a little difficult because of the number of players that you need. I think you need to have at least 8 members to play this game. So we are trying to find an appropriate time to get people together, and we are actually kicking this off on New Year's Eve. Good time for everyone to get together. A lot of the people that you're going to see in this episode, you may have seen in other videos here on Hit Points Gaming. Maybe when we traveled out to PAX Unplugged, you saw them. Or there are people that have come to me and expressed interest in partaking in an episode, so I figured this would be a good place to start. There's not many rules to actual werewolf. I'll kind of cover that with you now if you're unfamiliar with the game, and I told everyone ahead of time, so you're not going to see basically the rules explanation during the game, which will be good. But basically, you're either going to be a villager or you're going to be a werewolf. At the beginning of the game, you're going to be assigned one of these cards. You look at it for yourself, and you don't want to tell anyone, well, you don't want to show your card to anybody. The villagers are trying to, each day, hang a member who they think is a werewolf, and at night, the werewolves get together and they choose somebody that they are going to eliminate. So you're either going to get an actual villager card, which most people are going to be getting, and others are going to be getting a werewolf card. The werewolves win if there's an equal number of werewolves to villagers in the game. So if there's 2 werewolves left remaining, and there's 2 villagers, then the werewolves, I guess, have enough power to attack and kill all the villagers and win the game. There is a third role at the beginning of this, which is called the Seer. She is a villager, but at night has the ability to point to an individual in the game, and the moderator, who I will be playing as, lets them know if that person is a villager or a werewolf. They have a lot of information, but how do they express that information during the day so the werewolves don't find them and kill them? So that's really what it is. You have a day phase. It's 5 minutes. People get nominated if they want to maybe go to a trial before they get killed. They can stand up and express why they might not want to be killed during that day, and then people vote. And like I said, after that, once someone gets voted off, or voted to get killed, or at the end of 5 minutes, he goes to the night phase, the werewolves wake up and they just automatically kill somebody. So that's kind of the way it goes throughout the game. And this is a legacy style, so there's always going to be things that maybe impact future games, which is pretty cool. That's all expressed here in this really cool diary that the moderator gets to look at, so they know what's coming up. This has an overall story, so there's going to be story moments that I'm going to read. Or Andrea. Andrea is actually going to be, I guess, a magician's assistant, helping me out in between sessions or handing out cards. She's not fond of the werewolf game. She's not fond of social deduction, so she's going to help me out in that, which will be pretty good. So yeah, probably in the beginning of every episode, I will explain some rules, maybe some new things to you guys. And then I will tell off camera to everyone here, because it's tough. It's tough to get 12 people together to do this and go over the rules, so it took a lot of planning. We're able to get New Year's Eve. Hopefully we're able to get a few videos in, because I don't know when we're going to be doing another set of this, maybe every few months or whatnot. So we'll start here. We'll see what you guys, if you like the game, if you find some laughs with some of our individuals here and you enjoy it, then we'll keep putting these out. I will have to express ahead of time. Here at Hit Points Gaming, we like to keep things PG-13. We are with some new individuals here. It's New Year's Eve, so there may be some language, some harsh language in today's episode. So I'm just warning you then, if you're watching this with any young kids, yeah, be careful. Plus, we're trying to kill people, right? We're hanging people, we're killing them at night. That's bad. You shouldn't be watching this anyway. So yes, language in this. And of course, there's going to be spoilers. Now, the first episode, the one you're watching right now, is kind of the introduction. right? Not much is going to get spoiled, not much is going to impact the game. It's a way for everyone who hasn't played Werewolf to get an understanding of the game. The last thing that I want to mention, if you want to play along with the villagers, let's say, there's going to be a phase, the night phase, where I ask either the werewolves to wake up or let me notify. It's a way for them to tell me who each role is, and I write it down in this diary. You can just look away, right? Look away, nothing's vocalized of who it is, so then you can try to figure out who the individuals are. Because I got 2 cameras set up with all 12 people. Let's see how it works out. Let me know what you think. So enjoy this episode. We definitely had a lot of fun putting this together. All right, so here we are. We're about to start our introduction to Werewolf Legacy. All right, now who here has played Werewolf before?
Oh my gosh.
Actually, a lot of people. There's some new people here who haven't. A lot of these people have done some videos with HitPointsGaming. Some of you are new to actually being recorded on this, but everyone here knows about it. We've been friends for many, many years, which is great. So I think this is just a good time to get together and try this Legacy version out.
Kill everybody.
And kill everybody, sure, yeah. Let's start on the left-hand side of the room. We have Rob, Amy, Chris, who's in a lot of the episodes here with HitPointsGaming, so hopefully he dies quickly. Becky, we've got Caitlin, Jermaine, Caitlin, Jermaine, this is your first episode with us.
Yes.
I think it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Excellent. Ricky, our great narrator who's actually playing the game today. I will be narrating.
Pleasant surprise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Johnny, Braden, Drew, Amanda, and Nick. All right, so we are going to start with the actual story. Everyone has their role cards, correct?
Yes.
Everyone knows who they are. Don't tell me. Don't tell me yet.
Or anyone else.
All right, so we're going to start with the story here.
There is little recorded history regarding the werewolves of New England, the village where it all started and everything that came to pass. What follows is the best account. Given the spotty records and the high incidence of fatalities, there can be no certainty of full accuracy. We have done our best to separate fact from speculation. All the supernatural stories from this time cannot be true. Our conclusion is mass delusion brought on by extreme stress.
After your ship lands in Massachusetts, your small group made its way west to settle inland. On the way, however, you had the distinct feeling that you were being watched. And now, some of your fellow travelers seem different. You all heard strange howling noises last night, and they seemed to come from the camp, not the surrounding woods. You've been eyeing each other suspiciously, but no one wants to openly accuse anyone else. Still, you're wary. Look carefully at your cards, and then place it where no one else can see, which you've done. You may never show your card to any other player unless I direct you to do so. During the game, you can say what your role is, and you may also lie about what your role is. In fact, you may say anything you want while playing. Some of you are werewolves, some of you are villagers, and one of you is the Seer. If you're a werewolf, your goal is to eliminate everyone who isn't a werewolf during the night. If you are a villager or the Seer, your goal is to figure out who the werewolves are and to eliminate them during the day. If you are the Seer, you'll learn the identity of one player each night. It is now time for night and to sleep. Everyone, close your eyes. All right, werewolves, wake up and look at me so I know who the werewolves are. Let me write this down, so don't close your eyes yet. Make sure you know who is on your team. Okay. Werewolves, close your eyes. Seer, wake up. Seer, point to a person and I will reveal to them if they are a werewolf or a villager. Seer,
You're outside.
close your eyes. All right, everybody wake up.
I like the crickets.
They were outside.
Oh, cute.
Crickets, crickets.
I
This
just
is-
thought it was that quiet in here.
I was like, oh, wait a minute.
All right, this is your first day. Take a few minutes to discuss who among you is the most trustworthy out of our group.
In real life? Or
Yeah, trustworthy.
you're pretty trustworthy, but I don't know about
That
this.
guy right there. Shade.
Let
He's not
Shade. Shade.
dead.
No.
Shade.
I trust him in real life.
Death.
Shade. You see the scruff around his neck?
Yup.
You kidding me? Come on now.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
No,
You see this right
aggressively
here?
pointing
You see this
fingers
right
is
here?
pretty
This
shady.
man right here, he just shaved.
I'm saying.
You know who just shaves?
Because the werewolf.
Dudes who just turned into people.
Pull onto your butt.
Alright, we just came off the boat. Ain't nobody got time to
He
shave.
just
Come on.
turned
Guys,
into a
I gotta
person.
say, we just woke up. Already pointing fingers is pretty shady.
That's fine.
Hey.
Say what you want.
Hey.
I'm trying to survive.
You know what? You're a little questionable yourself protecting him. I wonder
Thank you.
why.
Thank you. You ever watch a horror movie? You ever watch a horror movie?
He's about big old
The
brain.
biggest asshole is never in on it.
The question was who's the most trustworthy.
I'm
Trustworthy. So we're figuring it out right now.
I think that's real life.
over 100 years.
I gotta say,
Drew
For these creatures
that guy
to follow us in this new land.
your wife? Wow, you're trusting your wife.
He's the first to kill me. We paid murderers.
We escaped the whole land. Who's the one that's most trustworthy?
I say
Drew or Amy?
Drew or Amy? What makes you
I
say
would
Drew
say
or Amy?
Chris.
I would say Drew because Drew's never lied to me, and Amy because
But you didn't ask him anything yet.
has on his face.
It doesn't matter.
We said real life. We said real life.
Okay.
So
I would say
Yeah.
Chris.
Oh, we said real life.
Real life, because you guys known each other for a long time.
But
Yeah,
a meek
most of you.
stableman. I have nothing to hide.
okay.
Why
I'm
real
changing my
life?
vote.
Real life.
This is a man I trust right here.
All right.
First off,
Do you want to go?
I trust nobody ain't wearing no shoes. This man's got all the straight.
That's true.
I'm
Jermaine.
thinking-
Or Nick too. Nick and Amanda.
Nick's pretty.
Really?
I was gonna say Nick is a fairly trustworthy person.
I live with her.
St. Nicholas here is my squire.
Oh.
But you're stable.
I thought you were stable. Yeah.
You changed your story.
That's pretty suspicious.
It doesn't matter.
Wow, you make
What do you
money
guys
taking
vote?
an horse.
These are my 4 votes.
He does the menial work.
Drew.
Your votes, I'll be honest.
He voted for half the group.
I'll
He
be
voted
honest.
for half the group.
Your votes
I
don't
like
mean a damn thing to me.
Chris.
I don't kill anybody though? I just voted in this town.
Wait,
Who wants to kill somebody already? We're just nominating friends.
Wait,
Hold on, hold on.
I'm losing to the
Johnny,
speaker with the green head.
Can we have like one or 2 people max talking at a time? 'Cause
There
it's
you
a
go.
lot
I
right
like
now.
it. Yeah.
Let's each make our.
That sounds pretty trustworthy.
That's pretty trustworthy.
I can't hear everyone.
We need someone else. We need someone else to speak up. Who
We
we
can't
like.
each make
Let's
a case.
each
There's 5
make
minutes.
our.
I like Chris.
There's 5 minutes.
Wait, for the most trustworthy?
Yeah,
That's all we're
wasting
talking
time.
about.
You ever got windmill with him?
What do you mean windmill?
All right, ready? 10 seconds.
He's
Rob,
never
go.
told anyone
Well,
to
yeah.
No, yes.
Either Becky, Aim, or Nick.
Okay.
Those are-
Amy.
Becky and Drew.
Okay. Chris.
Those 3 and Amy.
Those 3 from the answer down.
Why
Okay.
not me?
Becky.
I'm going Amy and Nick.
Okay.
Chris. Oh.
Okay.
And then
Was I drunk and
I saw your face and I was like, in real
Oh.
life you're trustworthy, but let's keep it
All right,
moving.
Jermaine. Time's up. Jermaine, go.
Most trustworthy?
Yeah.
How many am I picking?
As
Well,
Whatever
Yeah.
you feel is trustworthy.
You could trust me. We're in a relationship.
Yeah, but you trust him, so I don't trust you at all. So, I trust Nick. Because anybody that big, you gotta trust.
You don't have to
All right, one more, quick.
And I trust
Amy.
Amy.
Okay.
for now.
I trust Nick. That's it. Johnny.
Amy and Becky.
Okay.
Same thing, Amy and Becky.
Okay. Drew.
I've been here for over 70 years.
Ah,
I mind my own business. I keep my own.
So you don't trust him?
I haven't seen many of those folk in my
What?
All right. At 10 seconds.
But
Amanda.
I do trust my young
So-
squire, Nick.
Okay.
You trust Nick?
Stableman,
And
really?
then everyone
That's
else?
Good money.
I'd be
It's a
Drew
fantasy.
and Nick.
True Nick. Okay, Nick.
I picked Amanda, Becky,
please.
and Roderick.
Okay, so the general
Roderick.
consensus is
Roderick.
generally Becky,
Yeah,
Amy, and
I like
Nick
him
have
already.
been the more consistent
All right.
They should talk.
So now it is time to nominate 2 of them. So it already seems like you've nominated down to 3.
When it comes to the game, like
Okay.
you're in.
Nominate
So-
2 of them for what? For death?
So
No, for nominate the most trustworthy.
of the 3, I would say Nick and Amy probably had the most.
I think
votes.
Amy had.
Okay.
What happened?
All right.
The person who's most trustworthy.
Excellent.
I agree.
Nominated players. Amy, Nick, please stand up.
Oh shit, bound to the death?
Who's the most trustworthy? Celebrity deathmatch.
All right. On the count of 3, I'm going to ask each one of you, not standing up, to vote for one of these 2 individuals.
Okay.
Okay? You're just going to point to them to say who is the most trustworthy.
Okay.
Okay? 1, 2, 3. Vote. Okay. Nick, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Amy, 1, 2. Please keep your hands up.
Oh,
3, 4. All right. Nicholas, you guys can both sit down.
Got the strong back and
Congratulations. Your village
Oh my god!
has declared you the most trustworthy member.
Does that mean I die first?
Son of a.
No.
leader! Village leader!
You get the keys to the castle. Parapet. Very nice.
You don't have to work for him anymore.
Pencil tucking
You
in.
know
He came off the boat squire. Now he's the leader.
There's a job waiting for you.
All right. You
I retain my
are
debts.
You are the bearer of the ivory tower. It's protecting you from being eliminated first in each session. For now, it is yours, O trusted one. Give the ivory tower to the first player eliminated in this session immediately after their elimination. It will pass on to the first player eliminated in each session from now on. If the bearer does not play in a session, no one is protected. The ivory tower still passes the first eliminated player of the new session. Okay.
So he has to give that to whoever gets.
Whoever dies first. So right now, Nick cannot die the first round. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
The first round. Night, free game. You can't hang Nick today.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
I just tomorrow he's back. Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
You may very well be the.
I just want to say.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're gonna be killed by a werewolf?
You can.
Yeah.
I just want to say, Nick was my vote before the game as well.
Yeah.
Right? I did say Nicholas. You
Nick's
would have gotten
the pick,
mine,
yeah.
so I'm glad.
You never stole my blow pops? Trust me.
That was close.
Okay. You now have 5 minutes to nominate a player for elimination. Once a player is eliminated, the night phase begins. If you don't eliminate a player within 5 minutes, that also causes the night phase to begin. To nominate a player for elimination, say, I nominate this player. Before that player can be voted on, another player must second the nomination by saying, I second this player. As soon as a player has been nominated and seconded, that player has 30 seconds to offer defense, and then you'll vote on whether to eliminate the player. You can begin.
I nominate
Chris.
Castro.
All right, Christopher.
I didn't even know you were gonna do that. I swear to God.
I just have to see. At least you got to
Never trust a man with a clean face.
Hey, Chris, you got 30 seconds.
Chris.
Go ahead.
You know what it is, brother?
Don't we put the face down?
You may start your.
No, he
your
said-
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Chris has the floor.
I don't know why I'm up here. The game just started.
You have a face like a bee.
I was saying that these 2 people were trustworthy, and you don't think I'm trustworthy. It's fine. That doesn't make me a werewolf. Doesn't make anyone else a werewolf. But I'm definitely not a werewolf. I don't know why I'm just the scapegoat tonight. Please don't pick me, because just don't pick me, please. That's all.
All right, you can sit down. All right, we are going to vote for Chris to be hung tonight.
Oh.
Okay,
Already hung.
so on the count of
Wait.
3,
Which is which again?
thumbs up, they survive.
They survive.
Thumbs down, you want to kill poor Christopher.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, so we have 1, 2,
killed
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Quick.
So we would need to have 6 thumbs downs
Yes.
to kill Chris.
I'm ready.
Well, we
Yeah.
got at least 2.
All right,
I'm ready.
so on the count of 3, All right?
Mhm.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
What's going on?
Chris, you survive.
Those pussies.
The day phase begins again.
He said the gay phase?
It's a happy day.
Chris,
I don't know for Chris.
They just said no.
Why do we have to kill somebody?
We should because the werewolves are gonna kill
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
It
But
should have been.
Oh, we don't
We're assuming that there's
Yeah.
only one werewolf.
Right.
There's
So
two
we don't
werewolves
know
that are gonna
that.
kill somebody at the end of the
You
day.
only know,
but then
you
we'll
only know
kill
it because
them
at
the
least
next
one.
Are you a werewolf?
Why would you ask me that? Is he allowed to ask me that?
Yeah.
Oh!
I nominate Caitlin.
I second that nomination.
I third that nomination.
What about me?
Stand up.
wait, answer the question.
We're not meeting.
Are you a werewolf or
No.
Alright.
Caitlin is not a werewolf,
Wait, we
apparently.
nominate.
She is not a werewolf.
Who has nominated Caitlin again? Ricky and Amanda.
I'll nominate her.
All right.
You guys just want to kill
Caitlin,
them.
Nah, you just
you have 30 seconds to plead your case
I
as
didn't
to why
know.
you're not a werewolf.
You sleep with your manager?
Okay, wait. First of all, I'm not a werewolf, and everybody thinks so just because he asked me if I'm a werewolf.
No, because you didn't say, no, I'm not a werewolf.
I didn't know the rules of the game. I didn't know I was allowed to just say yes or no.
The werewolf's already eaten.
I am not a werewolf. I 100%, like 100% am not a werewolf.
You think you want to be a werewolf?
I wanted to be, but that doesn't mean I am.
That's the card she
I'm
got.
not a werewolf. I promise you I'm not a
I
werewolf.
feel better about this than Chris podcast. I'm nominating him next time.
If I get voted out, I'm leaving. I'm leaving and you're fine to ride
I
home.
got a little bit.
All right.
Okay.
I got you, Jermaine.
Down.
I don't know.
All right. So on the count of 3, thumbs up, Caitlin survives. Thumbs down, you're gonna kill the first person.
That was pretty
1, 2, 3.
I'll wait and see how the rest
Oh,
of it.
Thumbs up or
One,
down? Thumbs up or down?
2.
Jermaine, thumbs
Jermaine
up or down?
votes down. 3, 4,
I guess I can
5,
go down, like
6.
Ah, Caitlin is...
Caitlin, you have been
Man.
nominated.
Wait, who voted no? Who
So Caitlin gets strung up in the rafters.
voted to
I'm
kill
going
her?
home.
You
You
wait
voted to kill her?
for the night to come down to see if Caitlin has turned into a werewolf. And she has not. You have killed the first villager.
Yeah.
Ah.
Why would you react that way?
Wait,
Why would you not just say that? You say no?
How am I supposed to know that?
Even if you are a werewolf, you'd say no?
I'm not moving it. We're not together anymore. You ended
my
the relationship.
You have been
Look at
defeated.
it does. So let's just
We're done.
Well, I have to get back all those good tiles?
We got drunk day one, folks. I mean,
I gotta move.
You gotta move down, Becky.
Move down now.
Yeah.
This is annoying.
Can we take our car?
What do we need that for? Give me
Leave your card.
Oh, leave it?
Yeah, leave your card.
Run on yourself.
Sorry,
Run on
yeah, you
yourself.
I'm legit going home though. You gotta
Sorry,
find a
yeah.
ride. 'Cause what am I gonna do? Stay here and watch you guys? No, I'm not sitting here and watching.
Eat some pretzels and some beef.
I ain't.
Because she took her card.
We're
Bye.
fine.
I knew you were.
All right.
Now we are moving back to the night phase.
Yes.
Everyone close your eyes.
This is uncomfortable now.
Just snuggle up there closer.
Werewolves, wake up. Werewolves, I want you to point to a target and agree on them, and that is the person who will be killed tonight.
Oh, they still gonna go on?
As a reminder, Nicholas, drop your savory token that is now going to be passed to Caitlin.
What got to do with me? I'm out.
Werewolves are still deciding.
Yeah, you are.
Werewolves, close your eyes. Seer, wake up. Seer, close your eyes. Everybody, wake up. All right.
Are we in like New England or South America?
He said Massachusetts.
Yeah, we got. Yeah,
We're deep in the woods in New England.
It is. No, it's
We just got off a boat.
something's going on.
Is there
Mediterranean New
civilization
England.
waiting out there?
So as you're trying to figure out what the sounds were in the middle of the night,
That was
you notice that one person wasn't out there in the discussion.
Oh, no.
Oh my god. Because they're dead?
What are you doing?
Uh,
What are you doing? What's that fucking
You were obviously
I was
out
just trying to
there
figure out how to
because you
get
were trying to
home.
figure it out.
She took the map.
The trustworthy player has been eliminated by the werewolves.
Oh shit. They took our challenge.
I knew it.
I knew I could trust the boy.
honestly, I thought he was a werewolf.
I thought he was too.
If only you got to say goodbye to your loved ones in that way.
I'm sorry, Hero.
You're way more
Well,
You
here's
now
the-
have 5 minutes
I was
to
angry.
nominate someone to be
Alright.
hung
I
today.
won't have
I
nominations.
nominate Rob because he voted for Caitlyn to die so quick.
A lot of
So
people.
I voted for you to stay alive.
Everybody
I mean,
voted.
in fairness, us two did as well.
Everybody did. I nominated Chris because that's mad suspicious that everybody nominated Kayla to die and Chris picked out Rob.
Yeah.
Nominate Chris.
Someone's got to
That's
nominate.
a second nomination for Chris.
I'm Chris.
That's a second nomination for Chris.
Alright, Chris,
man that has eyes
you need to stand up.
I know that I'm not a werewolf. Rob was quick to vote Caitlyn to die. I'm sure he was quick to
We had
vote.
3 seconds.
I'm sure he was quick to vote Nick to die too.
There was a pause though.
seems like a lot of
I
shit.
know why.
Around here.
I know why. Because Rob is a werewolf and I am not. That's all I gotta say.
How do you know?
How do you know?
Because I can look at this man's face and I can say,
Yeah.
"You a werewolf?" And you can tell by the way you look at his face.
I can tell by the way you look at your face that you shave way too often for somebody who don't be turning back into a person.
He's like the Hans with the shower.
Okay.
Alright, we are now going to vote for Chris to be killed. On the count of 3, you're going to put your
Wait.
thumbs out.
Up for
Up for
live,
surviving,
down for dead.
down for
Down
dead.
for dead? Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Let's make it happen.
1, 2, 3,
Goodbye.
4, 5, 6.
He's out.
We don't know yet.
He's out.
Chris has been
It's
killed.
not your walk. Take the walking papers. I don't care if you was a real person.
Villagers.
That's right.
Villagers,
That's right.
you have killed your seer.
That's fine.
Oh, Seer.
That's fine. I got his wife now.
Don't kill her.
Yeah, weren't you not supposed to say this here? Weren't you not supposed to?
During the
hang
day, during the day, you will know who has been killed or not.
Well, he wasn't much of a seer. He didn't see that coming. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm happy about this. We just lost our
I'm not, but you know, you gotta always look on the bright side of life.
Chris can't argue right anyway.
Everyone,
Exactly.
close your eyes.
All right.
Oh man.
It is the night
I mean,
phase.
it's way too easy for that. I can tell you right now.
Werewolves,
Tell you that.
open your eyes.
I feel like I ain't gonna make it one night in these streets. So my mind's playing tricks on me. It's like Bully D and Scarface, Bushwick Bill.
Make sure that your werewolves can all see who you're pointing to, because some of your fingers may be...
Now I gotta find a whole nother person to get the shade off me. Now I gotta start looking for real wolves. Came into this town a free slave, trying to find me a fresh white woman. Fell in love with
Excuse
her. Found I should have married some fresh shaven ass.
Werewolves, close your eyes.
Got rid of him. I gotta protect my neck.
Everybody, wake up. The person who's talking the most has been murdered.
That's you get. Yeah.
That's fine, I'll listen. I don't know why your werewolves would kill me. I'm out here slinging these axes. Slinging them.
Somebody's waiting for you in the afterlife.
That's fine by me. That's fine by me.
Cameras are split.
Baby, listen, I've been true to you ever since you died.
So,
You now have 5 minutes for your next day phase.
so, hold on. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I mean, if he's really the seer.
The Seer nominated him and has Seer.
Well, he can't be the Seer. There's only one Seer.
No.
It
If
said
Chris
that
is
was
the
the
Seer,
Seer.
He
he nominated Rob because he must have known something about
He was
Rob.
definitely the seer because he
Yeah,
didn't
but the
say
werewolves
seer
don't
wake up.
know the Seer, who the Seer is. So-
Everyone knows who the
Everyone
Seer is
knows.
after we killed him.
I'm dropping the action. Dude,
But
everyone
he-
knows
when
he's the
Alright,
Seer.
I do, yeah, but he has
The
no
Seer said
reason
that
to
he's-
believe beforehand that the Seer,
Seer-
knew who he was.
But the
There's
Seer-
only one round.
the Seer
No,
gets-
when you start off the round by six.
Seer got to find
Yeah.
out one person.
Remember, the Seer points to somebody at night, and
Why do you
then
think-
and then
why do
the
you think
But he
narrator.
Not
doesn't
me.
see that, so he doesn't know.
I understand
Why
that,
is
but
everyone casting
everyone
me?
knows.
Because
Seer
while you had
pointed
your eyes
to-
closed, Chris must
But
have
that's if
pointed
he
at
Brayden.
you.
But he never
Everyone
said he
knows
looked at
that
my card.
Chris is
But
the
even if he
Seer
looked at my card,
after
it's
it was
card.
announced that he.
Corey just has to say yes.
Before that
But
happened.
again, that's where
He started that round by saying, "I nominate Rob
You sound a lot like a werewolf.
for whatever reason."
Good point.
So that's why I'm thinking
Point.
I'm gonna maybe
Good
if
point.
Amy, if you nominate it, I will
Good point.
second it.
Good point.
Did I nominate
I'll
him?
nominate Ricky. Why do you
Okay.
cast the blame on me?
Why am I gonna pass the blame on you? Because I'm
you're a
using.
werewolf.
No,
I would
because
nominate.
I'm using
I
logic.
like that reasoning. I do. I
I'm
nominate.
using logic and deductive
Ricky
reasoning.
and Rob have had one nomination.
I nominate the man with the most facial hair.
Okay.
Take me out.
Me?
So that's two.
Rob, stand.
It's kind of light here, though. I don't
You
know.
have 30 seconds to plead your
I'm a
case.
villager. I have nothing to hide. You can either, if you kill me, it's a waste.
But the Seer could see.
Yes, that's if he actually picked me to look at it, which he didn't because I'm a villager. Even if he
He did
did.
say on his trial
He said he
that
looked
he
at my
knew
face.
who it was,
And the Seer can see.
Kill me.
and he set
And
you
he
as the
was the
first
Seer
nominee.
Kill me. That's what I
Seer
said.
died.
If that's what you want. Go for it.
Voting time.
Okay.
Count of 3, you're gonna nominate
There's no point for me.
Rob to survive or be killed tonight. Day. 1, 2,
One more time, which is
It's
Up
up
is alive,
survive.
down is dead.
Down,
Who got
dead.
nominated?
1, 2, 3.
unanimous.
Apparently, all the werewolves has also turned on one of their fellow werewolves. Rob has been killed and has been discovered as a werewolf.
The most facial hair.
Some about fish on
Welcome to the underworld.
Well,
It worked the first time.
I know.
Everybody fall asleep. Werewolves, wake up. Werewolves, go to sleep. Everybody, wake up. As all the villagers search the houses of their fellow
You're looking at
village
me way too
people,
much, man. Why are you looking at me?
Do you feel uncomfortable being looked at?
They
Because I have 3
discovered
names, does that mean I have 3 lives tonight?
the most bloodiest
No, because I.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
holiday sweater they've ever seen.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah,
That was coming.
Listen, baby, we got pizza.
I knew that was coming.
I gotta go upstairs.
Now I don't know who I'm gonna be.
You have 5 minutes to nominate somebody this day.
No, don't, yeah.
Too much funny.
You just leave them. You're not supposed to talk to them.
How'd you know that?
Yeah, but I don't, you know.
How'd you know
They're
that?
gonna take mine and,
Oh, when they.
or
What?
think it's yours.
Who's obvious to you, you werewolf
Who's had the
motherfucker?
most murders on their hands?
Yeah, you killed a lot of people.
Killed a lot of people.
A lot of villagers.
Good point.
Well, we've all killed
I've only killed
Well, Caitlin, I admitted I had blood on my hands, only because the way she responded put a lot of doubt on herself. And the way Chris was just pointing over there, that also put a lot of doubt on him.
I wasn't sitting next to nobody.
And since he pointed to him, I had to kill him.
Okay, you're really sweet, but I have to second the nomination because you seem very defensive.
Depends on what.
Did someone
Who was the second?
Amy has been nominated.
This is
sorry.
first.
Oh,
So you're not.
First.
yeah, I'm first.
I'll second it.
Okay.
And Becky seconds it.
I'm
Amy,
sorry.
I want to nominate. I'm like, I hope she's not a villain.
Amy, you have
I
30
know.
She
seconds.
killed a lot of people. I don't know.
But yeah.
Oh.
My rationale for all 3
Yeah,
nominations, I
that
only
sounds
voted
about
down
right.
3 times, and all 3 times I have a good rationale for it. So I'm just going as the doubt is casted, and I'm really innocent. I'm a villager.
How come we ain't playing
Just
two
know,
cards?
you guys only have 2 werewolves on your hand. One more villager dies, you guys are not in good shape.
How do you know we have 2 werewolves?
Well, I'm assuming
Yeah.
there's 3. Okay, well, I'm assuming it's because I played this game before and there's usually 3, but I'm a villager.
That is her case. She's played the game before.
I've been drinking horse urine for a fortnight, and my wits are all screwed.
And you're still alive.
But I still think.
Alright, you've got a chance to vote right now. On the count of 3. Thumbs up, you keep her alive. Thumbs down, she is being killed. 1, 2, 3.
But not on this day, I'm crazy!
Brandon votes for down. I will let you guys know if you do not vote, like Brandon you're doing,
You gotta vote.
it makes it difficult for me, but it's an automatic thumbs down. So don't be like, oh, I'm thinking.
Alright. Well, I
Automatic
guess
death.
it doesn't matter even if I didn't raise up.
You're right. You just killed another villager because it did not matter.
I seconded it.
I know.
She jumped first, the gun. She thought
I thought
she
it was
was
talking
thing.
about.
But,
Suspicious.
yeah.
You two are looking pretty suspicious.
Think about
Wait,
who
we don't know how many.
is
But I
left.
did say Becca and Amy were the most trustworthy.
Do you still feel that way?
I do.
It is time to go to sleep. Werewolves, open your eyes. Or werewolf. That was quick. You may go back to sleep. Everyone wake back up. With the last death of Braden,
The hell am I doing? I didn't even vote.
the werewolves have won the game. Good job. Congratulations.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That didn't register right now. You voted for me to die?
The decision to found the village on the ruins of a previous settlement was likely a practical one. This would mean fresh water, hunting grounds, and the use of any remnants of the previous inhabitants. Little was known about the earlier town other than its dramatic and sudden extinction. We, of course, know the reason for the first town's destruction and how the new villagers were about to follow the same path. In fact, the villagers' very first decision would prove to have a tremendous significance in the years to come.
Very first decision?
So that was our first game of Werewolf. That was kind of the introduction. Nothing really affects all of your future games. Okay, now everyone has a full understanding of how the game plays. Caitlin, people are allowed to ask you questions if you're the werewolf or not. It's probably the most common question. So that is loud. She knows. She's protected for their first round. All right, so now we're gonna cut off, and then when we get back together, it's actually gonna be the same night. We're gonna go into the actual chapter 1.
Wait, what? What the hell was that? The epilogue?
That was the ending of chapter 0.
Did you get us?
Night 1.
So that is our first episode of Ultimate Werewolf Legacy. I hope you enjoyed it. I know we definitely had a lot of fun putting that together. Now that was just the introduction, so now we're going to be moving into the first chapter, and within each chapter there's 3 mini scenes or different events that we're going to unfold, and the next one introduces a spell. And then it's going to be up to the village to decide if they want to read that spell or not, and of course that's going to impact all of our future games. Now, for those of you who want to see what the inside of this diary looks like, I will show you now. This is what the moderator sees. There's a lot of writing. This is basically all the stuff that I read, all the stuff that I write down. And then on the right-hand side, I write down, who got killed that night, the win condition, things like that. So, of course, this is going to unfold as we go forward. And, stick around if you want to see what happens with this village and some of the other antics that come along with it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.